Hey everyone, welcome back to Tek Tok Thursdays at Impact. This week we
Hi.
have with us Mohammed Awadh, a branding and marketing specialist, a mentor, blogger, and the founder of Unleashbyma, who is going to share insights on how to keep businesses alive as well as maintain a positive appearance whilst managing communication and marketing efforts in such times. So let's get started. Welcome to this show, Mohammed Awadh.
Thank you for inviting me. Actually, it's a privilege, you could say privilege, to
Oh,
be
really?
part of
Thank you
this.
so
Yeah,
much.
to be part of this, and definitely, um, if whatever I can give as a feedback or any added value, that I'll be more than happy. But keeping in mind that whatever I'm going to say, it's subjective. It's all subjective. So it depends on the situation, depends on the company, or depends on the product and services. So whatever I want to say today, the answers, they're all just general answers. But definitely, every brand,
Sure.
every company should work, should take maybe whatever I'm saying, but implement it in their own way. That's it. Just to make
Sure,
it clear.
Awad. So, Awad, with over 14 years of experience in this advertising communication industry, you have been able to create a brand for yourself that is Unleashed by MA. What inspired you to start something like this?
Oh, okay. Um, okay. I've mentioned this before. I've been in this field for more than 14 years now. And doing the same thing always, like branding, writing the brief, working with the designers, uh, executing projects, delivering to your client, so on and so forth. After a while, you get used to it. It becomes like a routine. It becomes routine. So I was like, I need to do something different. I need to do something new. I need to do something that I can help people. See, Unleashed by MA, which is Mohammed Awadh, Unleashed by Mohammed Awadh, all started as trying to do something different. And because I follow a lot of my idols, let's call them, like Gary Vaynerchuk, Casey Neistat, Mel Robbins, these YouTubers or entrepreneurs, which are like they create content, they create a lot of content. So I was like, you know what, let me create a YouTube channel, and so that I can add value to people. Now, Unleash by MA has nothing to do with business. Unleash by MA started as personal development, creating self-awareness, creating like quit your job, start your own business, that type of mentality, parenting, relationships, and all. And small tips that can help you to be happier in life. Okay, through my experience and the experience of my friends, and even sometimes I do interviews. So I ask, whenever I do interview, I haven't done much of these interviews, but because of the coronavirus, thank God, not thank God, like unfortunately, what's happening, but fortunately for me, I've been starting doing a lot of interviews through Instagram Live, because now everyone is doing that. So, so I've been within 3 years, the name Unleashed by Mohammed Awadh became quite well known amongst the people that I know. And whenever I go to a meeting, for example, and I see this one guy coming to me, hey, listen, are you Mohammed? Yeah, I'm Mohammed. I love your stuff. I love your content. Thank you for sharing your content. So I started noticing people notice me here and there. So what happened? So I took Unleashed by Mohammed Awadh, and I kept it. I kept it as not a business, but like an entity, like an entity that I have other services under that. Because I have the business called Wall Concept and the brand concept. So what I did, I said, you know what? I will take my personal branding, okay, personal branding, which is Unleashed by Mohammed Awadh, and under that, I want to keep my businesses, or training, or mentoring, or my YouTube channels, and so on and so whatever I'm doing. So everything comes under Unleashed by Mohammed Awadh. Understand what I'm trying to say? It's like a one-stop
Yes.
shop. So
That's
that was the
that's
whole.
a, that's amazing, Mohammed. That's
And so what inspired me, because after doing this, and I saw people's reaction, and people started to see that, like, there are literally people who used to call me or message me and saying to me that, thank you very much for this point, thank you very much for this point. I know one guy actually quit his job, started his own business. Now he's really happy. So this actually really inspired me to help you. Whenever I see people are happier, whenever I see if I can add value to their life and I can change their life, that's what actually inspired me.
That's actually great. Unleashed by MA is all about collaborating with talented and creative professionals by offering ideas and knowledge. So, what area of services are you offering through Unleashed by MA?
Okay, so I guess it's like two questions in one over here. of collaborators, in a way, collaborators, and on WhatsApp is okay. Because my experience is in the branding industry, so my services are comprised of different scope of work. Number one is basically communication, which is I'm a communication specialist, where basically if you're a company and you're having problem with how you're communicating to your stakeholders. When I say stakeholders, it could be internal employees, it could be your customers, it could be to walk-in clients, whoever you are trying to communicate to. I try to help these people, let it be personal branding and let it be businesses also. So we are not talking only B2B, even B2C. Okay. So I'm trying, so basically I'm trying to see how I can help them to communicate the right way, to communicate in the right channel, to communicate with the right content. That's number one. Number two is basically branding, where I help companies, especially startups, to come up with their logos, with their brand strategy, with their communication, tone of voice. And number three is the wall concept. Wall concept is like, I have no experience in the wall concept. I started like 3 years ago, but I said, I want to experiment it. And I was, through in these 3 years, I was really like shocked at how many things I've learned when it comes to decoration and interior. Of course, I'm not an interior designer, but again, see, if we come back to Unleashbyma is all about collaborators and talented people. That's the reason, because I have certain businesses that I love to collaborate. We are in an era that, because of technology, because of internet, I don't believe that companies like myself need 100 employees, 50 employees, 30 employees, 20 employees. We are now in an era of technology and internet. Like, see, me and we are talking right now on Zoom. Why not partner up with people like designers, communication specialists, brand strategists, and bring the right collaborators to help the right clients? Understand what I'm trying to say? So let's say, for example, if I have a team and I get a client, for example, and this client is from Saudi Arabia, for example, and they are into industrial, for example. Let's say I don't have much experience in the industrial service, and nor my team. Then I'll get stuck to where I am. So that's the reason I work with collaborators, because every collaborators are specialists in something. So that's the reason I love working with collaborators. And yes, most of my services are comprised to communication, branding, and environmental design, which is more into decoration and interior. And of course, business development. I try to help clients, especially startups, to write proper emails, to communicate properly through email, calling. I do scripts. I train people and how they should talk to clients, how to do business development. I have a couple of clients, for example, they're really good in IT. They are really good in interior designing. They are really good in different sectors, but they don't know how to talk to clients. They don't know how to approach clients. And I help them with this. And I help them to get the right clients. I'm more of a people's person. I love to talk to people. I know how to talk to people. I know what people want. So hence, my personality really works well with whatever I'm doing at the moment.
That's a great one, Awadh. So interesting, you're a mentor and a vlogger as well. So can you tell us a bit more about that?
Okay. As you know, I have this channel called Unleashed by Mohammed Awadh. And I just started a couple of months ago another YouTube channel called #Branding for You with Mohammed Awadh. Because as I mentioned, Unleash is more of a personal development, self-awareness. So I was like, you know what? I need to do a channel also that talks about business, about branding, about communication, about design, Instagram, social media, and all, to give free tips to people so that they can even learn. So when you say mentorship, the problem in Bahrain is that when you say mentor, people will be like, oh, he's a mentor, or he is, or she is teaching a lot of people. I don't know. This is not what mentor does. Mentor could be in different way. Mentor could be, I can teach you face-to-face, like I can teach you through Zoom, or I can teach you through online, for example. Like, for example, my mentor is Gary Vaynerchuk. Gary Vaynerchuk does everything through YouTube. I have never communicated with him. I never spoken to him, but he has been my mentor for the past 3 years. So this is how I see myself being a mentor also. So you could either communicate with me. Hey, listen, I want your help. Like, for example, I just posted some because of the coronavirus, the COVID-19 pandemic that we are in. On the brand concept, I posted basically, if you're a startup business at home and Bahrain-based local business, doing your business at home. I'm not talking as company that has a CR. I'm talking those small businesses, like, people who actually are selling small products, or stitching the
Yes.
business, or,
Yes,
all that.
exactly.
I'm going to provide them free branding and communication training, basically how to communicate on social media, what are you doing wrong, what you need to do. So I'm going to provide a free consultation, basically, for these businesses, and I'm going to choose three businesses in a month, because if I'm going to have a lot of people coming, then I don't have time. Three businesses in a month. So that's how I'm doing it. So when you're talking about, in your question, uh, being a mentor, that's how I love, I want to be a mentor and helping people, not only face to face but through online. And your second point was and a vlogger. Again, because I have two YouTube channel, and I guess creating video on social media and on online portal is considered as a vlogger. And that's it. And that's how I see myself as a mentor, not only face to face
Perfect.
but also online.
Perfect, Awad. So how important do you think branding is for a startup? Like, does branding come under the top three priorities for any startup founder?
Definitely, definitely. The question is, how are you going to differentiate yourself with your competitors? Understand what I'm trying to say? If you don't
Yes.
have the right branding, how are you going to differentiate? Like, for example, if you think about, let's go to a bigger companies, or let's say, what, companies which are in Bahrain. When you compare IKEA and you compare Buchanan Furnishing,
Okay.
when I say IKEA, what comes to your mind? When I say IKEA,
Yellow, blue.
yellow,
There.
blue. Let's talk about personality, their products. How do you see their products are? Easy, convenient, that you can fix it at home
Easy
with your.
to, yeah, easy to fix. You don't need another person to fix. Yes.
Thank you. Okay, yellow, blue, easy to fix. You can have your husband or your wife or your child to fix it. It's easy, and you get their products. Okay, when I say Buchanan Furnishing, which isn't, what comes to your mind, Buchanan? Nothing, right?
I don't know. I just, their logo comes to my mind, but yeah, I
That's it.
don't know about them.
That's it. So that's my point. That's my point. Understand what I say? When I say, okay, let's say Apple and Microsoft, for example. Okay, say Apple and Dell, for example. When I say Dell,
Like,
Apple and Dell. So when I say
okay.
Dell is more of it's a good laptop, plastic. It's 200 BD, 150 BD. It works well. But when I say Apple is like aluminum. It has its security. It has its cloud system. That's the reason why branding is very important, because how can you differentiate you on yourself if you don't have the proper branding? You need to have a proper brand so that people know your character, your personality, your style, your color. What is your business all about? What are your vision and mission? What values you're adding? So you see, if you go back to Unleash by MA again, if you think about Unleash by MA, Mohammed Awadh, and I do these videos. So imagine I don't do videos. I have no videos on social media, nothing. Do you think me and you would have spoken right now on Zoom? You wouldn't know who I am, because I haven't created a branding for myself. People actually are working with me. Companies are actually working with me because they know who's Mohammed Awadh. Why? Because I created a personal branding for myself. Because I'm on social media, I talk, I advise, I give tips about how you can build your brand, and that's why, which is very important. Startups need to have a proper branding.
Perfect, perfect. So that's actually a very valid point, Awad. So in the post-COVID era, do you believe people will attach more, less, or the same level of importance to branding? And why do you think so?
Hmm. This is a quite a tough question, because it's very subjective. Again, it's very subjective. But see how I see things. Let it be personal level or business level. Business level. If you notice right now in the market, people are coming up with new ideas and how they can survive. Okay, I believe in one thing. When you are pressured, especially when you are pressured when it comes to like this pandemic, there is no business, there is no income, there is no, and you see what's happening around the world, you will start thinking out of the box. Like I know a lot of business. For
Exactly.
example, there's one business in Bahrain. It's a restaurant. Okay, because people are not ordering food now through restaurants because they have this fear of, you know, maybe that person who's cooking the food or something might have the virus, or maybe the guy who's delivering the food might have the virus, for example. So what this restaurant is doing actually, creating these, developing this pizza, not ready pizza. It's only the flour and all the ingredients and kept in the boxes, and they can deliver to homes. And in that box there is a slip that tells those customers how to actually create your own pasta with all the ingredients already. So they have come up with an idea that's out of the box, and now parents are buying these ingredients from that restaurant, and they are cooking at home with their children. So this is branding. She has done something. Now this business is doing something totally different. So I think because of this pressure that people are in and businesses are in, I think people will come up with new ideas on how they can differentiate themselves in the market. Again, see what I'm saying? That's the reason why branding is important. This is how you differentiate yourself. So what's happening right now? Even myself, I'm sitting every day at home. I'm quarantined. I'm every day checking on YouTube what's happening. Going to Skillshare.com, learning new ideas. I'm learning how to work on new Illustrator, because I'm not the designer. So I'm learning how to design on Illustrator. I'm learning how to design Photoshop. I'm learning how to do a little bit of photo on video editing. So this gives me more idea on how I can differentiate myself with my competition, because now is the time to do that. Now is the time to come up of this routine life that I'm in, that routine business, and see how I can change my business model to something better so that people can notice me and I can, you know, generate more business. So yes, when it comes to this, I can see that branding will be something big. Okay, and that's number one. More businesses are going to come up. Businesses are going to be more technologically driven. Like, see what's happening in schools. All the students are on Zoom. Like my daughter, she goes to a Noor International School. Noor International School never has used technology in their life, to be honest. But because of this, now they are actually doing it, because I now see all the teachers are learning how to do it. So it's quite interesting. People are starting to adapt. People are starting to notice this. Understand what I'm trying to say?
Everything is changing.
Everything is changing. So when everything is changing, companies are going to change. And even your question is, in the post-COVID era, do you believe that people will attach more? Definitely, people will attach more to when it comes to even businesses. I know a lot of people, because of this COVID-19, they are working in companies. They are starting their own side business because they don't know what's going to happen in tomorrow. They might get fired or not.
Exactly.
So this is going to build up. This is actually going to build up.
Exactly. So, Awadh, we just told that, you know, everything is changing. So what will it be in the life of Mohammed Awadh look like once the new normal sets in?
See what I'm doing right now. I'm working on actually building my brand. You know, I was just talking to my partner yesterday, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to make much money right now. I don't want to do much business right now. I don't want to focus on business development much. Okay, let the business come in. Let the business come in. It's great. Right now, I'm focusing more into personal development. As I mentioned earlier, I'm trying to learn Illustrator. I'm trying to learn Photoshop. I'm trying to learn a little bit of video editing. So I'm trying to come out of this cocoon that I'm in right now, the quarantine that we are in, and to come up with a little bit more knowledgeable about, I'm trying to learn more things. Like I always look at myself yesterday, where I was yesterday and where I am today. You know, like I just bought this book. It's called Disruptive Branding. Okay, so I'm actually, if you look at this over here, so I'm posting everything. I'm learning from this. So right now, I believe for me, this is only me. I'm talking about myself. Right now is the perfect time for me to learn more about communication, about branding. Maybe there are things that I don't even know, because see, at the end, nobody's perfect. Nobody knows everything. We are always here to learn. So I think after coming out from this pandemic over here, hopefully, I have more knowledge, and I can hopefully target bigger clients, and how I'll be as what the question was, what again, Mohammed, I want to look at, like, once the new life sets in. I think everything will be the same as it was before, but the only difference between who I am now and 3 months ago, I will be a person which has more knowledge. That's how I see myself.
More skill sets and more knowledge, right?
Skill sets, more knowledge, and all. Because
exactly.
Because if you work on yourself right now, after this quarantine, I don't know when this is going to get over. Maybe 6 months from now, maybe 8 months, maybe 1 year, maybe tomorrow. I don't know when this is going to end. But one thing I know, if you don't do anything right now to self-develop and start new ideas and skills, you are going to lose in the future. You are going to be way back ahead and people are going to move forward. That's what I believe.
Well, okay. So, lastly, is there any piece of advice you would like to offer startup founders in terms of choosing the right branding and marketing strategies in times like these?
Okay. Um, I'm not into marketing much, just for everyone to know. I'm not into marketing. I'm more into communication and branding. Marketing is a
Okay.
totally separate thing, okay? But
Okay.
yes, I work with clients and I provide them marketing ideas, but there are people who are really specialized in marketing, okay? But when it
Exactly.
comes to communication and branding, which is very important for startup businesses, that, you know, I'll tell you something. Let me give you an example. Okay? I started this new business right now, me and my partner. Okay, I want to name the business because it's like more of a because I don't want anyone to associate me with that business right now. Okay,
Okay.
I call it the COVID-19 or the coronavirus strategy. Okay, where basically we created this business that it's cheap, convenient, and easy to get. So basically, instead of you coming to me for branding, and which costs not less than 550, 1,500, 2,000 BD, for example, I have created this business that I can provide logo design, station design, whatever design for 5 dinar, starting with 5 dinar. It's only for startups, people who actually don't want to pay more. So it's an idea. And in this 3 weeks, I actually got more than 6 clients, which is great, which is great. What I'm trying to say over here, as an example, I met this client who came to me and I was like, we want to start this business, so and so and so. I don't want to mention what business it is also, it's confidential. And she is like, you know what? I don't need branding. I just need the logo. This is where many people do this mistake. I will tell you why. Okay. If today you are starting a company, okay, and keeping in mind, I just did a video yesterday about the same topic, almost the same topic, okay? The topic was basically, you need to know where you stand with your business. Are you trying to start a business which is going to grow and you're going to have 100 employees, 200 employees, 300 employees in the future? Or are you going to start a cold store business? You need to know where you stand. Cold store business meaning I have a cold store and it's going to be there for the coming 50 years and I'm only the one going to work on it. I don't care about branding. I just want to sell some chips and juice. So you need to know where you're headed. If you are a company or an application or a business or you are going to start, but you have the vision of being something big one day, like Talabat, or you want to be Carriage, or you want to be, I don't know, Petelco one day or whatever, you need to invest time, effort, and money into building your brand right now. Because later it will be it's really hard to actually do a rebranding and it's going to cost you a lot of money. So rather, if you think about it right now, companies should understand this. You need, especially the founders out there, you need to understand what is your vision. I guarantee you, if you ask 20 business owners right now, 20 startups, what is your vision and mission? What are your values? I guarantee you only one or two people will tell you this answer. People don't know what are their mission or vision. If you ask me what is my vision, yes, I will tell you what's my vision. My vision is to actually help clients to be noticed, to be consistent, and to be relevant in the market. What is my vision? To, I know my values. My values are empathy. My values are integrity, honesty, and flexibility. That's my values. So if you ask business owners right now or startups, okay, founders, what are your vision? What are your values and mission? They don't know. Most of them, they don't. 95% they don't know. And that's wrong. Because without vision, without mission, without your values, you wouldn't know what is your direction. Understand? It's like, I said this in the last seminar, if you remember. I said this before. It's like I'm driving my car, I'm hungry, I want to eat, but I don't know where to go. You will just keep on driving all over Bahrain until you decide where you want to go. But if I come out from my home with my key in my hand, I'm going to my car, I know that I want pasta, I know where I want to go, either Yum Yum Tree or Pasta Express. Understand? Right? So now I know where's my direction. So the advice I have to give, you have to give people, the founders and startups should understand that you need to know what are your mission, vision, where do you want to be in the future? And based on that, you have to know, okay, am I willing to create a brand or not? Because if I'm going to start a cold store, or if I'm going to start a business like I want to sell tea on the street, I don't need the brand. I really don't need the brand. What I need for small business like that, if you need the person who's working there to have a good personality. If you smile every day, people will come and buy from you. That's it. But if you want to create a big brand, if you want to create like Uber or whatever, you know, you want to be that one day, then yes, you need to have a really, very strong brand. I'll give you an example. I was doing research for a client, okay? When I say AGM Koheji, or AGM Koheji, or is it AGM Fakhra, one of them, what comes to your mind? What products they are selling? You don't even know. I don't know what products they are selling. I went to their website. It turns out they have LG, they have, I don't know what. Understand what I'm trying to say? They have a lot of products. But see, they didn't work on their brand. Like zero. They didn't work on their brand, you know? So that's what I'm trying to say. Especially for startups, you need to have a proper branding so that you can differentiate yourself from your competitor. How to differentiate yourself? Through your vision, through your mission, through your values, through your brand culture. What is your culture of your business? Are you fun? Or are you professional? Or are you strict? Or are you, you know, understand what I'm trying to say? And this is my advice to startup owners.
That's indeed a great advice, Awadh. So thanks a lot, Mohammed Awadh, for taking time to engage with us. I'm certain that your approach towards sustaining your business amidst COVID-19 would encourage more such entrepreneurs to stay positive and get going. And a big thank you to all our listeners. Stay tuned and keep watching Tek Talk Thursdays for some interesting updates on COVID-19. And until then, stay safe. Bye.